Feast of the Holy Family of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Cycle C. The community is actually in solidarity, and Association Jesus Solidarity invite you to listen to the Living Gospel for December 29, the Feast of the Holy Family of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Let us then reflect on the Gospel according to Luke chapter 2, verses 41 to 52, with commentary for Father Patxi Loidi in the voice of Chi Liquicia. Proclamation of the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke. Each year his parents went to Jerusalem for the feast of Passover. And when he was 12 years old, they went up according to festival custom. After they had completed its days, as they were returning, the boy Jesus remained behind in Jerusalem, but his parents did not know it. Thinking that he was in the caravan, they journeyed for a day and looked for him among their relatives and acquaintances. But not finding him, they returned to Jerusalem to look for him. After 3 days, they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the teachers, listening to them and asking them questions, and all who heard him were astounded at his understanding and his answers. When his parents saw him, they were astonished, and his mother said to him, "Son, why have you done this to us? Your father and I have been looking for you with great anxiety." And he said to them, "Why were you looking for me? Did you not know that I must be in my father's house?" But they did not understand what he had said to them. He went down with them and came to Nazareth, and was obedient to them. And his mother kept all these things in her heart. And Jesus advanced in wisdom and age and favor before God and man. The Word of the Lord. Father Patxi's commentary. Dear friends, best regards. Surely this gospel reminds you of the pranks of your children. But it's not a prank. At 12 years old, a Jew was more than a teenager. In the Western world, life expectancy exceeds 70 years, and infant mortality is small. In contrast, in the first century, 30% of children died before they reached the age of 6, 60% before the age of 16, 75% before 26. Only 3% reached the age of 60. Jesus, therefore, when he began his apostolic life at 30, was older than most of his listeners. And as a 12-year-old in today's passage, he was a young man on his way to adulthood, although he lived under the authority of his parents. Let us think then that Jesus lost himself in the temple consciously, because he was the son of his parents, but he was of God first of all. Therefore, he tells them, "Don't you know that I must take care of my father's things?" His response was a serious warning to all mothers and fathers, that all mothers and fathers have to meditate. A daughter, a child is not owned by their parents, nor are they subject to family ties, because they are, first of all, of God, and for that of themselves. Every daughter owns her own destiny. Mary and Joseph experienced dark faith as Jesus grew silently in Nazareth. Mary also experienced it later during her apostolic life, when relatives went to look for Jesus because they thought he was crazy. But Mary, without understanding, meditated a lot on all those events, as the Gospel of today tells us for the second time. That is why she is our model of faith, according to the Gospel. Today is a day to meditate on the family, the union of spouses, which is the greatest good they can give their children, their education, which takes place in the family more than in any school, and demands a lot of dedication from both parents, not only from the mother. and their freedom in their options and vocations. Today is also a day for young people to remember that forming a solid family is a great ideal in life, far greater than studies, educational degrees, and work. But this ideal is conquered with formation, Christian life, and a lot of sacrifice. Today is a great day for all families. May God bless them abundantly. Prayer. Your hidden years. Lord, your hidden years, what a mystery they give off. In the middle of your silence, wisdom sparks, amazing the wise in the temple. And again in the shade, a fecund silence, which filled you with life, to give it in abundance when your time would come. You contemplated the birds and the wild lilies. You learned to grasp the signs of the times, looking at the ones in the sky. You observed your mother when she looked for lost coins. Contemplating the sowing of the wheat, you asked yourself, who puts the weeds in the good fields? You felt the anxiety of those who, day by day, were looking for a job to survive. How many times did you look at the shepherds that trend behind the clueless sheep? And you meditated incessantly about people who get lost. Like a sponge, you soaked yourself with reality, and you looked restless towards your father, showing him the lights and the shadows, while as an expert mason, you worked throughout the region and in the luxurious Greek cities of Sepphoris and perhaps Tiberias. The synagogue taught you the law. Your father told you stories about the Jewish martyrs, and your mother sang psalms that the three of you sang. You had a luminous family, which so many of your children had not. And the school of life as a teacher also educated you. Teach us how the sun goes on at home and how daughters and sons are growing with poetry in their bellies and enthusiasm in their looks. Queen of Peace. Saint Mary, Queen of Peace, pray for us who are sinners, because we holler peace but we promote wars. Saint Mary, Queen of Peace, pray for free countries. Pray for any democratic leader who it is said can get weapons like rabbits out of a hat and generously at low prices offer them to his friends from poor nations to destroy and kill each other. Holy Mother, who gave your Jesus to us, unlimited smile that was born from your answer, tenderness that emits the scent of lilies, and the aura of peace from his words and warnings. We have betrayed him, Holy Mother, with invisible weapons that don't make a sound but kill portentously without us noticing it. Damned admiration. Those perfect technologies race. Saint Mary, Queen of Covenants and Alliances, pray for our concurrence on World Peace Day and tell us that our useless presence is useful in the eyes of the Lord and blessed in heaven and on earth. Your uselessness, they shout from above, is useful to me. In your no power is my strength, because when you are weak, that's when your strength increases.